Is it really starting? Ugh. Okay, so I just made a video of me reading one of my favorite books. And I edited it in kind of a strange way. My computer stopped playing music, so I'll go on with it later. But I would really like to talk to you guys about something serious. And I don't know if everyone would be agreeable in the situation, but it's just for me to kind of tell you guys a little bit more about me, but indirectly. Um, but I've always been kind of, I don't know, a little bit different from most people that I've come across, especially my family. I mean, there's no, like I said before, there's no offense to my family. They're all really, it's a really close, good family that I have. Um, but I've always been wondering, or, is it really that possible to be that much different from, per se, your friends or your family in that respect? Because it seems like I can never really find a good balance. There will be a time when I'll be wanting to cook for my family and something will happen. Not to go into too much detail, but it just seems to unravel in a worse way to where you don't end up eating what I've cooked or something along those lines. Is it really that possible to be that different from everyone you know? So I found people that think alike to me, but in very different aspects. They're very alike, but very different in that same way. Um, I read these so different books all about like their partial biographical and biographical. They all tell people's stories on how similar or different they may be. They all have their own experience, all of them, and it's like the same thing. All be different in how they relate to it, which only intrigues me more because it truly does define the human by not just by the human being, by the person themselves. That's what I love. But what I don't love is how it can always be um, just be sorry, kind of hard to explain. How can it always be so interesting to observe these many different people that you're surrounding yourself by, but never truly understand who they are, even if you know them your whole life. You know, um, I have this one friend who is unfortunately having a hard time of it, and I'm not that easy to get a hold of because of something that happened to my phone. And I've tried emailing them, I've tried contacting them in any sort of way that I can, but I'm just being patient and hoping and praying that they're okay, because they're the closest person that I am to right now. And yet it seems like patience is your only option in the end. And it also seems like they are the closest person, but they're the furthest away. And technically they're not. They're really not. They're actually quite close to me. Emotionally and physically is what I meant. Um, but they, like I said, they're having a hard time of it. And I don't know how to make them feel better. I really don't. And I don't know if I'm going to, blowing up and going, ah, or if I need to go and chase them down and, and prove to myself that they're okay. I would love to know that they're okay because I am, I am very much the caring type, as I would like to say it. And I care for each and every one of my friends so much. I would take a bullet for each and every one of them. There's no lie in that. I really would. Granted, they would probably do the same thing for me first, which is nice in that respect. So, okay, I've asked you guys this in a very selfish way. Have you ever been so close to a friend that no matter how long you know them, it's just impossible to know them fully? Or is that just me?